everyone, Luke here and welcome back to the channel. So in one of my last videos called DIY Floppy Disk Coffee Table, which I'll link in the description, I needed a body filler to fill some of the gaps. And we didn't actually have any line about the lap, so I decided to make my own, and it was actually really easy. So essentially what we're making is a heavyweight body filler, and it actually works really nicely. So let's take a closer look at the ingredients. Okay, so this is actually stunningly easy, and all you need is 2 ingredients. So, like I said before, you need the glass resin, and you need the zeolite. But the next part is even easier. So, this is all down to how it feels when you're mixing it, depending on how thick you want your body filler. So, usually what I do is I just tip a little bit into a mortar and pestle. That will be enough. Then I start adding bits of zeolite, and it's really easy. You just chuck a spoonful in, give it a mix, and you're going to see it change to a nice, I don't even know what type of colour, like a sandy colour I guess. And give that a spin, and as you can see that's still way too watery, so what we want to do is just add a bit more. Oh. A nice healthy spoonful. And just keep mixing, and you're going to feel it just starting to thicken up a little bit. But this is still a little bit too runny. So we'll add another spoonful, and I think that might just be enough. Yeah, look at that. Awesome. And you want to make sure you give this a good mix. So I'm going to go do that now, and I'll come back once I'm done. So after about a minute of mixing, I would say that this is the most perfect consistency. So all you want to do is grab a little pot so you can store it. And we're about to go over to this little example that I set up so we can fill the gaps and actually see how strong this is. So I'll see you guys there. So I wasn't 100% sure what to use for an example, but I decided to use this just because there's this big old gap going all the way down, through the middle, and all the way around to the other side. And I thought this is actually quite a good thing to use. So with our new homemade body filler, you're still going to need to use the same hardener that come with your resin, and I would recommend just using a little bit more than the recommended amount. Right, so let's mix them up, and you still mix it up in the same way. Awesome, now that's completely mixed, we can use it to start filling our gaps. Awesome, that's done a really nice job, so we'll switch it round to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. Right, so I'm just going to leave this to dry, and once it's dry we can sand it and see the finished result. So now the filler was completely dry, I went over it with a mouth sander, and look at that result, it looks absolutely beautiful. So that means if I paint over that now, you won't even see any sort of line or cracks in the joint, which I think is actually really cool. So the result of this was actually pretty nice, and I'm really happy with it, and I definitely know that I'm going to be using this filler in later projects. So this brings me to the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them all. Anyway guys, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later.